friends, good afternoon and welcome back to Myrtle Beach Living. I'm your host, Todd Cartner, and here we bring you everything there is to know about all the things that go on in Myrtle Beach, like entertainment, dining. We talk to you about local businesses, and of course, my favorite topic, real estate. And this week, I'm so excited to get started on a series that we're bringing you over the next 3 weeks, discussing the markets in other areas throughout the country so that we can kind of compare those to Myrtle Beach and what's going on. And today I'm proud to have with us Mr. Darren James, who's a broker associate with EXP Realty down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Hey, Darren, welcome aboard. Darren, thank you so much for being a part of the show. And let's first of all, let's get to know you a little bit. Tell us about yourself. Are you married? You have kids? Are you originally from Baton Rouge? All that kind of wonderful stuff.
Yeah, man. I'm originally from Baton Rouge. Lived here all my life. I've been married for 23 years to my lovely wife. Got 2 children, one 21, one 16. Tomorrow, matter of fact. So he'll be 16
Happy birthday.
That's right. So he'll be 16, and so that's a good thing. He's playing baseball, and my daughter's in college. She's going to school to be. She's going to join the military to go be a trauma surgeon. So that's what she's wanting to do. So
nice.
That's our goals and stuff. And so it's been a I got 2 wonderful kids and a great wife, and it's just blessed in that arena of my in that pillar of my life for sure.
Well, awesome.
I've been in real estate business about 20 years.
20 years, and all of that's been in the Baton Rouge area, right?
All of it in Baton Rouge, yes, sir. Previous career, I worked previously for in law enforcement. I was with the Louisiana State Police Department of Public Safety. So I did that for almost 10 years, and I took an investigative position, lost about $500 a month in my income. So I ended up working 3 jobs to make ends meet, and I ended up getting called to real estate, and it's just been a blessing to me. I walked in one Sunday and walked into my spare bathroom in my house, and I was done, Todd. I was tired. I had no direction in life. I didn't know what to do, and I hit my knees and I said, Lord, I'm not scared to work. Just show me some direction. I just need some direction. And I got up and I went to my primary bathroom. And when I went there, I saw on the back of the toilet was a Success magazine. It said, "Real estate, get your fair share in Arizona." So I didn't know if I was supposed to move to Arizona or what I was supposed to do. So I called a local mom and pop shop and said, "Look, I may end up getting into real estate. Tell me a little bit about it." And ended up getting in and wanted to sell 2 houses my first year. I sold 10 and fell in love with the business and kind of grew ever since then. I stayed in the business, doing it part-time for 6 years, and ended up doing it part-time. I was selling 52 houses a year part-time, just really doing great in my market, and I had the opportunity to manage 2 Coldwell Banker offices in my local market, and kind of grew from there. I went to Keller Williams after I left Coldwell Banker. I was their director of technology, and wrote a book called Raising the Bar of the Next Generation Realtor, where I traveled around, taught other agents technology, iPhones, iPads, and all that. And opened my own brokerage in April 2011. Ran that until I joined my current brokerage at the end of 2016. So,
yeah. And the first time you and I ever met, Darren, was about 3 months ago now, something like that.
3 months ago, yeah.
Something like that. But it's funny how many similarities we have, because I used to be with the fire department, and I did the same thing. You just get to the point where you get burned out, and everybody has a part-time job too. Mine was painting houses, and then I also got my real estate license in the early 90s, so that's kind of interesting. Well, today what I want to do, and this is a 3-part series. I've got other agents coming on that are all over the country in the next couple of weeks, and I just want to talk about how the market is now, how this virus has affected it, and then kind of compare it to Myrtle Beach market as well. And I know Baton Rouge is kind of a tourist area as well. You do get a good bit of tourists in there, maybe not quite as much as Myrtle Beach, but you do get a lot of tourists there. So let's just talk about the market. How's it been the last, say, 3 months?
It's definitely been a challenge, as is nationwide. We've had to make some definite changes in our business regarding contamination and people going inside people's houses, having to wear masks, having to wear, personal protective equipment, booties on their feet, and so forth and so on. So, that's been a change as far as that goes. But we were, most realtors, and I've seen this across the United States, is that we adapted to technology. We started using virtual tours, Matterport tours, Astroom, all these different tours to really give the consumer the best experience that we could possibly give them in the midst of a pandemic. And so our market, it changed that way because beforehand, it was hard to get some people to put pictures up on the properties. Now we got people putting videos and walkthrough tours and everything else out of necessity, which is a great thing because, it fueled our market and it really got some of those people who were getting left behind to step up to the plate and really accelerate their business. So, as far as our market here goes, the changes is that there's not enough inventory right now that we have for buyers. We have a limited supply of inventory, 4 month supply in Livingston Parish. I'm sorry, 4 month supply in East Baton Rouge Parish, 3.8 month supply in Livingston Parish, and about a 3.2 month supply in Ascension Parish. And when I say those three parishes, that's counties for everybody else. But what it is those three basically they form a triangle almost, and they basically work within each other. So people from Ascension move to East Baton Rouge, people from Livingston move to Ascension, and so forth and so on. They're so close together. Most people in the greater Baton Rouge area work those three main parishes is what they do. And so, but we still have a great, people are buying houses. We're seeing the most sales coming in new construction, most sales coming in vacant homes, not necessarily homes with people occupied, because you still have that sense of fear of people walking into somebody's home, contaminating the home. You still have that fear, but we're doing everything we can to eliminate that fear by using, technology, virtual tours, letting the people walk through the house with their mouse. Now it's no longer word of mouth; it's word of mouse now, and so it's working out well. And so I think for a lot of realtors across the United States, you included, you're adapting technology tremendously in Myrtle Beach. You're when I look at Myrtle Beach, you and several other people that I know over there, y'all are just leading the technology edge when it comes to real estate in that area. And so I'm happy to be part of this and happy to help you in any way I can. Sure.
Well, and that's kind of funny when this pandemic started and really the part where they kind of asked you to stay at home, all the businesses were shut down. At that point, I said, I can either grow and change and make things happen, or I can sit there and twiddle my thumbs and hope it'll be over with. And I'm afraid those agents that sit there and twiddle their thumbs, they may not be agents much longer because
that's right.
You talked about you're having some of yours that have a 3.5 month supply of inventory. Our single families are at 4.8 and our condos are at 5.2 months, which is a little bit longer of inventory there. But what I didn't expect is the prices there have gone up over last year. Our single family houses now are running at $136 a square foot. That's up 3.8%. And condos and townhomes is at $140 a square foot and has gone up 6.1% over last year. And that's crazy. Our days on the market is also coming down too. But I talked about this a couple of weeks ago with another guest, but I wanted to see what you are seeing there as well. I kind of anticipated with this market or with this virus going on that people are going to be stuck in their homes and they're going to sit there and think, this house is too small for me, I need something bigger, or they think it's too big, they need to downsize. But what we didn't take into consideration, or what I didn't take into consideration, was all the people that are up in the Northeast that said, you know what, I'm tired of being stuck in my home. I'm going to run down to Myrtle Beach for a week or two, but all the hotels were closed. So now those people up north are ready to buy property here so that they have a place to go because they couldn't go to the hotel. And we're really busy right now. Our market is really, really strong right now. And I think that it's only going to get stronger in the third and fourth quarter. And I know that this is a topic I wanted to pick up on, but we'll go ahead and talk about it now, is some of our lenders are telling us that the interest rates may drop below 2.5% and may even get down under 2% before the end of the year. I don't know what you're hearing in your market, but we're hearing that here.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what we're hearing too. It's unbelievable what the future is going to hold for the real estate industry. As far as that goes, you hear different things here and there, but the trends that we're seeing is that the market's only going to get stronger to continuing it out 2020. And with interest rates where they're at, the buyer has so much more buying power right now. And that is the key right now, is that the affordability index of what they could afford with interest rates being what they are. It's really a no-brainer to buy a house. I mean, it is, because it's so simple now. You can tour the house without ever walking through it to get an idea. You can save the search online. I mean, it's really an easy process. And so that's one of the things that is the benefit, is that with today's technology, it makes it that the process is that much easier. And it's only going to get easier as time goes forward. I mean, and you're exactly right. I think the future for the end of 2020, going into this next quarter, toward the end of the year, is the sky's the limit, man. It's unbelievable what we're seeing as far as projection goes, and we're unbelievably busy here right now. I have, my team. I have a team of 13 agents. We have 57 pending transactions right now, and that's a lot of volume to move in a month's time period. And so it's a lot, and whenever you're trying to juggle that, you have to have processes, you have to have people, you have to have systems in place to be able to give great service while trying to do that, because it's only going to get busier, which is a great thing, because we want to be able to serve so many, as many families as we possibly can, and change the lives of so many people, just like you're doing over in Myrtle Beach. You want to be able to change as many lives as you can as well, because that's why we do what we do, for the better of people.
Exactly. And you're right about how the virus has affected you guys there. It's definitely affected us here too. And, South Carolina, the numbers, they say, keep going up. Well, it's because a lot more people are getting tested, in my opinion. But but I think that the new norm that we are running in, or the new traditions that we're coming into with the video and the 360 videos, and I'm even doing commercials now with my daughter being the host, introducing the property, because more people watch kids do it than they do my ugly face. But that's that has almost become the new normal, or it's going to be in the future, that you're going to have to do that on every property, because that's who the buyers are looking for. And, we did a little study, a lender that I use quite a bit. He and I looked at a modular home or manufactured home that people say, oh, that's what I want to be in. But the interest rates for those are around 8%. And with a single family home being around 3.25%, he wrote one the other day for 2.85%. Wow. You can buy a much nicer house with a $50,000-$60,000 price increase, and your payment's the same as an 8% on a mobile home. And
that's right.
So I really, if you're out there watching and you are interested in, if you're a renter, especially, because rent rates keep going up like no tomorrow, and
that's right.
It's much less costly for you to buy a house. But if you're out there in the market listening in Baton Rouge or in Myrtle Beach, give us a call, because we'll put you in touch with a lender and see what you got to get in the house, because prices are just going to keep going up and up and up. So, but anyway, I tell you what, let's take a quick little commercial break here, and we'll be back and talk to Darren a little bit more. If you guys are interested in or having questions, you can type them in the comments below, or you can contact us at the number right there on the screen at 843-246-7474. We'll see you right after the break. Every client is unique and has different needs. Whether it's a growing family, a first-time buyer, an investor, or someone looking to downsize, I am here to help guide them through the process. My name is Todd Cartner. I am a realtor with Exit Coastal Real Estate Pros. I serve Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area, and there is no place I would rather have my family call home. You need a realtor you can trust and will put your needs first. I want to become your lifetime realtor. If you are looking to buy or sell real estate, please give me a call. I look forward to speaking with you soon. All right. I still got you there now. We didn't lose you out.
Good. I'm here.
Good. So again, guys, if you have a comment or a question, just type it in the box below and we'll be glad to answer those, or you can call us at 843-246-7474. We talked about the lenders and stuff. I think that the FHA or the government loans that were kind of put on hold through the virus are back on track here. We're able to close in that 30-day range again, where it was out to about 40 or 45 days. Has it gotten back to normal there a little bit more?
No, we're still basically at 45 days here, possibly 60
Right.
days here
Oh,
on
wow.
our end as well. So
Yeah.
So ours is spinning out a little bit, unfortunately.
Yeah, and so what? And I touched base on it right before the break, but rental rates here are going just out the roof. Even a 2-bedroom townhome that's not in a great area, so to speak, is gone from 750 up to around 900 now. So it's gone up quite a bit. Are you seeing those happening there too? The rental rates are increasing.
We are. They're ever increasing. Let's put it that way. So it's always, as they keep going up. I mean, a 1-bedroom here in some places is anywhere between $1,000 and $1,100 a month, and you can buy a house for that amount here in our
Right.
market. And so it doesn't make sense with interest rates like they are right now. And in fact, I'll tell you a perfect example of that. I helped a lady right before Corona hit. I helped a lady. She called me, and she said she was looking to buy a house. She was renting. And her rent, her monthly rent was like $786 a month, something like that. And so I was able to get her own home for $720 a month. She owns it. It's a small little townhome, but she was a single mother, had her daughter, and she was able to get into that house. And she was so thankful. When she left the closing, she was in tears because she didn't believe that she could get a home. And it's our job as realtors to provide that opportunity. It doesn't matter if they're buying or selling a $50,000 home or a $50 million home. If it's important to that person, it's important to us. And, to see the tears of joy come out of her face whenever we closed on that house, not thinking it was possible for her and her family, that's why we do what we do. That's what it's about, growing people and giving people to the next step in their lives. And that's, it was just that it really, I mean, to have that hit home and to see that emotion was everything to me. So
it is. And, I always say you got to treat every client like that's your last one, because it could be. So if you don't treat them great, then that's how you get your referrals. That's how you grow your business. And so that's, I think I lost him again. Hopefully he'll come back on here in just a moment. That's one of the downsides of using a cell phone when you're live streaming like this. You really need a laptop connection, because you do lose them. But, just to recap before he comes back on here in just a moment, we're talking about the interest rates are great. We're talking about the fact that, here he comes. There you go. Got you again.
I'm back.
Yeah, there you go. We're just recapping about the interest rates are at an all-time low, and I think they're going to keep going down. So if you're needing or if you're renting right now, the best thing to do is reach out to your realtor and talk to them. Let them team you up with a lender that they know works with people that may have some credit issues or whatever. And I'm gonna tell you what. If you work with somebody that knows what they're doing, they can get your credit issues straightened out much faster than you doing it on your own. And then we can get you into your dream home. So a couple more things before we go here, Darren. We're seeing in the Myrtle Beach market that the lower priced homes are selling almost within a day or two of listing. I actually had one a couple weeks ago that while I was putting the sign in the yard, a guy drove by and he said, "I've always liked that house. Is it for sale?" And I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "How much?" And I told him. He said, "I'll take it." He didn't even negotiate. It was full price. He didn't even walk inside the house because he had liked the house on the outside so well. Of course, I took him inside and we looked at the house, but you just don't see that or didn't see that before.
Right.
And that's what people are doing. If they're ready to go and they've got that pre-approval letter in hand, they're really not even negotiating the price because they don't want to lose it.
Right.
So,
one of my agents last week, she listed a house. She sold it in 15 minutes that it hit the market. It was gone under contract. And it was amazing. She closed it, I think 7 or 10 days later. So, I mean, from the time the contract to close in 10 days, cash sale, moving forward, make it happen, get it done. That's what she did. And unbelievable how fast that process happened. And talking about absorption rates and market supply and everything else. I mean, 150 and below in my market, it's a day on the market and it's gone. It's done. Right. I mean, we sold one sold one the day before yesterday. Same agent. Her name is Kayla Atkinson. Kayla is new to my team. She's freaking on fire, killing it, crushing it. And she sold one the other day, 3 days, $450,000. And so, I mean, that's unheard of. And you know, our average sales price in our market is $225,000. So, I mean, that's the upper end for our market for sure.
You said 225 is average?
Yeah, 225 is average.
Ours was last year, and now it's gone up a little bit, and the average here is 249,980 is the actual average number. So it has gone up.
Very similar market.
And you know, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you, because I figured that they were very similar. But you know, one of the other things that we found is that because the new construction homes here in this market, it's hard to get one under 240,000 new construction, and that's a small 3-bedroom, 1,250 square foot house. It's small.
Yeah.
And it does have a single car garage. Sometimes they'll have a 2-car garage, but the heated square foot's around 1,250, 1,300 square foot. But what's happening is because of those being at the 240, the resales have gone up above 200, and that's where we're losing. I lost you again there. There you go. But the resales have come up to the 200, above 200. So you know, we're seeing some houses that should be selling for the 150, 160 range listed for right at 200,000. So
wow, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
We're generating multiple offers in our market. You know, multiple offers are common in today's world in our market. New construction, we're seeing a lot of that going on right now. You know, just a lot more, not necessarily 240, not a whole lot in that price range. New construction, we're looking probably closer to 280, 290, and those numbers as far as our new construction builds go. Those are 0 lot lines, though. You know, there's a neighborhood in Baton Rouge that a guy's developing, and you know, there's 280, 290s. They're selling like hotcakes over there. You know, and so the market is definitely new construction market is very strong here. Properties 150 and below, very strong here. Multiple offers are in our market. Like I said earlier, I mean, the future of what's going to happen for, you know, this next quarter into 2020 is just unbelievable, and I'm sure it's the same in your market as well.
It is. It is. It really is. So, well, one last question before we go here, and and we kind of touched on this throughout the whole thing, but if somebody was looking to buy or sell in your market right now, what would you tell them?
I'll say, look, now is definitely the time. There's no doubt about it. There's no better time right now to buy, and no better time right now to sell. You know, with it being a seller's market, for, you know, less than 4 months on the market, you know, absorption rate, supply. With those numbers, it's the perfect combination to buy and sell right now. And so buyers are definitely, you know, there's not enough supply for those buyers. Supply and demand regulates everything within every economy. And with interest rates driving that, with affordability index driving a lot of that, now is definitely the time to buy and to sell, you know, at that point, because buyers are looking and they're making decisions. And now is a prominent time to really help you accomplish your dreams right now, whether you're in your state or in my state. It's just, you know, the markets are very similar, and contact us. We can definitely help you with that process for sure.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, Darren, man, I greatly appreciate you being here today. It's always great talking to you, and I'm glad to see you're doing well. I'm busy as well too. I've got 7 under contract right now, and wrote another offer last night, so it's absolutely crazy. But thank you very much. And if you guys are looking for somebody down in Baton Rouge, give Darren a call, and I'm sure he'll help you. And I got you back here in Myrtle Beach. So, but anyway, guys, next week we actually have Tim McGinnis that's going to be with us. He is a South Carolina state representative, and we are going to discuss kind of what this coronavirus has done to the state, and how it's made some things change in this market. He also owns a restaurant called The Famous Coastery right in Carolina Forest, and we're going to talk about how it's affected his restaurant as well. So join us next week, Wednesday at 12:30 Eastern time, right here on Facebook and YouTube. Darren, once again, thank you, my friend, and you stay safe, and we'll catch you next time.
Todd, thank you for having me on your show, man. You're an asset to the real estate industry as a whole. You're an asset to many people over in your state. Keep doing what you're doing. You're crushing it, my man. I look up to you. And if I can ever repay the favor, brother, just don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call. Be blessed out there and go make a difference in people's lives, okay? Thank you so much.
Same to you, my friend. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.